So, yes, please prepare.
I'm doing my work right there. Yeah.
Is Baker Mayfield holding the Browns back?
That's what it says right here on my notes as well. Oh, hey, how you doing, Bucky? I was trying to prepare something that could really give Baker Mayfield some support, some credit for what he did out there. Because on the stat sheet, it looks amazing. But I went to the game. I went to SoFi Stadium. I'm a proud member as a season ticket holder of the Los Angeles Chargers. And I was there on Sunday ready to be proven wrong about the Baker Mayfield. But when you need him most, you can count on him the least, and that's the problem. Here's Baker. Touchdown game-winning drive. What we want to see from you, Baker, is duel with Justin Herbert, who is a beast. And what do we get out of Baker Mayfield? 3 checkdowns, dog. Check down, Charlie, when it mattered most. We've been talking about this, Acho. You and I have almost come to blows on Baker Mayfield before. And we're going to get there with these Cowboys if you don't hurry up and come on my side. But the point being, I don't wish him ill. I just wish him well in situations like this. Obvious passing situations. If you're going to be a franchise quarterback, command north of $200 million, you got to win moments like this. But he doesn't. He only wins the moments when it's the running game supporting him. And we've all played the game. Coach has the first 15 scripted. And he's going to say, okay, we're going to taste a little in the passing game and taste a little in the run game. Based on the flow, the tempo, and what's happening, we may run the ball. We may pass the ball. But that's all fine and fluffy. That ain't for the franchise quarterbacks to do. Anybody off the streets can do that. It's when it gets crunchy. And when it gets crunchy, you always see Baker Mayfield in these moments. Go back this year, early in the season, Kansas City Chiefs. What did Baker Mayfield do on a potential game-winning drive? Threw it to the other color. What did Baker Mayfield do in this situation? 3 checkdowns. I'm sorry. Baker Mayfield is the reason the Browns won't eclipse the hump that they're stuck at.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is really easy. This is a light block for me. we talked about this. We talked about trucks and trailers and all kinds of analogies. It was right there. And see, what's so beautiful about football is football ultimately allows us to see who people really are. And so there you have the prototypical franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert. He's out there doing it so much that Brandon Staley's playing the video game. Hey, man, it's 4th and 7, homie, on my own 20. It don't matter. I got a quarterback. We going. And he does it again and again and again. And then afterwards, Brandon Staley say, oh, man, when you got a superstar quarterback, you just let him have it.
Gangster.
Ooh, okay. So then I look over at Kevin Stefanski, and Stephen Stefanski got that big old play sheet with 1 million run calls and like 5 passes. And at the end of the game, when they really need it, is check down, check down, check down.
This dude.
Hail Mary, Hail Mary. And the thing about it is this, and I go back to this because I know you love Aaron Rodgers. We always talk about Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers is the franchise quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers led the Packers back against the San Francisco 49ers. And they asked him after the game, what were you thinking about? Oh, I got to get it Devontae Adams. So I'm like, oh, okay, Cleveland. I'm looking at the roster. I see number 13, Odell Beckham Jr., who's been a multiple-time Pro Bowler. And I'm like, okay, at the end of the drive, they're going to give it to – no, I'm going to throw it to Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm going to throw to Hollywood Higgins. I'm going to throw to some running backs that I don't even know their last name. I'm going to give all of those guys opportunities instead of my guy, number 13. Look, man, it's obvious. If it wasn't obvious early in the season, it certainly is obvious now. He's good, not great.
Yep.
And I ain't paying high-end prices for just a good suit. I want it all.
I don't like this.
Oh.
I don't like
the sandwich.
I don't like all
the sandwich.
like all this.
Eat your sandwich.
You know how I order my sandwiches when I go to
No condiments, I heard.
Now, I order them like this. I want to see the 3-shot. I order them like this, man. I order them protein style.
Oh.
Protein style, you get rid of the edges. And all you is left with is the substance.
Lean Acho.
Now, Baker Mayfield is doing much better. First off, let's start there. 300 yards in the game, do ball. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yes.
He did phenomenally. He really did. Browns fans, y'all know me. I ride for Baker. I always have, and I always will. But this question, that made me wrestle with myself, Bucky. Still, I had to wrestle with myself. I couldn't sleep last night, truly.
Really?
Because I was tormented internally.
This sounded different.
I was tormented.
Oh, okay.
I love me some Baker, but I love the truth. So there's a tug of war when you love Baker and you love the truth. And I had to look at it like this. I had to bring out some money for this block. Bring out some money for this block.
No, that's real money.
I had to bring out some real money for this block. Let me close my iPad. Let's bring out some real money for this block.
That's $100 smoking.
Here's what we gonna do. Because Baker has gotten better, and I want the world to know that Baker is holding the Browns back. But here's why. So you're going to take a 20.
Okay.
My dog, you're going to take a 20.
Damn, this sandwich cold.
And I'm going to keep it 20. So we all got $20, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you're going to get another 20. You've gotten better. You're going to get another 20. You've gotten better.
I got
and I'm going to get
better.
a 5 because I'm Baker Mayfield. I got better. But if y'all got better at a greater rate than I got better, then I didn't really get that much better. Now, y'all count your money. I'm going to go to the big
Count my money.
Y'all count your money.
$40 feel like.
I'm going to go to the big board. Can I go to the big board? They didn't even tell me. I don't really care. I'm at the big board.
What the hell are you doing? Okay.
While y'all count your coins, I'm going to make sure we over here ready. I'm going to make sure the suit look good. I'm going to make sure I'm standing proper.
$40 life.
Baker Mayfield has gotten better, Browns fans. You can rest assured in that. But there's no greater awareness in life than self-awareness. Got to look in the mirror. Because the Browns were better than the Chargers. Baker Mayfield wasn't better than Herbert, and that's why they lost. At the end of the day, let's look at the numbers. Baker Mayfield had a phenomenal game, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. But Herbert had a better game, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. It ended up being a 5-point game that the Browns lost. I look at one player. Sure, I could talk about a position group. We could fix that, Browns secondary. But it's easier to fix a player. Okay, let's go to week 1, can we? Because the Browns also lost by 1 possession to the Chiefs. The Browns are a better football team than the Chiefs. But the Chiefs got a better quarterback. The best awareness is self-awareness. Look at the numbers. I don't want to lie to y'all. Baker Mayfield, he had no touchdowns. He had a pick, 97 passer rating. Patrick Mahomes, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 131 passer rating. Browns fans, y'all have a better football team than the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Chiefs have a better quarterback also in the AFC. Let's flash back to last year because the Browns had a better football team than the Baltimore Ravens. Browns lose to the Ravens, the identical score that the Browns just lost to the Chargers last week. Browns got a better football team. But the Ravens got a better quarterback. Baker balled that game. We all watched it. 3 touchdowns, but he had a pivotal giveaway. If y'all remember that giveaway, he tried to throw it out to Rashad Higgins. It got picked, taken down to the 1, went from an 8-point game to a 14-point game. Lamar Jackson, though, 3 touchdowns, no giveaways, 115 passer rating, 87 passer rating. In a game decided by 1 possession, that giveaway was probably the difference in possessions. Browns fans, I love me some Baker Mayfield. But it's easier to fix a player than a position group. Baker Mayfield is still the franchise quarterback, but I got to be honest, he's holding back the Browns as it stands right now.
Man, I love that. You finally went there.
That hurt me.
You were wrestling
I'm coming back with my money, though. I'm coming back with your money, too.
Hey, I'll pay for you telling the truth about Baker Mayfield. That's $40.
It's real. I mean,
what you mean real? We're real.
He has gotten significantly better.
What does that mean?
What it means is this.
What?
I'm tired of my money. I want Baker to be better, man.
Don't you
I want Baker to be
better.
Why
are you counting your money while we right here? Like, you don't
gotta make sure. I gotta make sure. Y'all see, I was like, he like 20. I gave him about
Can we do TV? You over here like 27, 28.
$20. Here's how I look at it, man. And I got an argument with the dog pound over this week.
What, Daz and Corrupt?
No.
I'm like, damn.
I was like,
the Cleveland dog pound.
There was no dog pound. There was Chargerville out there, boy.
Cleveland dog pound. As long
LA.
as Herbert is better than Baker, as long as Mahomes is better than Baker, as long as Lamar is better than Baker, as long as Josh Allen is better than Baker, then I don't know what the Browns' ceiling is, and it hurts me. One is somebody who was drafted from the Browns, but somebody who loves Baker Mayfield. You can't beat these cats if their quarterbacks are currently better than you.
Yes, Bucky. Acho, I know why you were wrestling with this. I know why you finally had to come to reality. Because Kevin Stefanski said something post-game that no matter how much you support Baker Mayfield, even you got to recognize that coaches looking at him sideways, too. Kevin Stefanski, they say, look, explain away why you're doing check down Charlies when it's a game-winning potential drive. And guess what he said? Well, on the plays, we had 4 verticals called, but Baker checked down. Now, I've been a player before. When coach says that, I'm like, oh, you know what coach is saying? He ain't do it. He didn't do it, whether he didn't pull the trigger or maybe the gun broke. Maybe he doesn't have the ammunition properly. I saw the shade in that conversation. But since Kevin Stefanski can throw some shade, I can really throw some shade. So duck, baby, duck. You keep talking about he's getting better. Browns are 25th in passing offense. That's on you, Baker. You saying he's getting better? He's 22nd in passing yards per game. You saying he's getting better? He's 17th in passer rating. Better? That's mid-pack. I thought we were talking franchise Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson drafted the same year. This dude, you the number 1 overall pick, and number 32 was outshot. Okay, let's do this. Of all quarterbacks with 5 starts, guess who has the fewest amount of passing touchdowns? That guy, Baker Mayfield. Oh, I'm about to preach right now. No passing touchdowns in 6 of his last 14 regular season starts. Y'all ready for this? Oh, this is sad. 5 passing touchdowns combined in his last 7 starts. 7 games, 5 passing touchdowns. Jameis threw for 5 in the first week. Tom Brady, old ass, just threw for 5 in the game by himself. And it's taking him 7 games to just get 5. Acho, I'm not done. This is going to sound like hate just because it ain't a lot of love. Let's talk about among 34 quarterbacks with 700-plus pass attempts. Baker Mayfield since 2018. 27th in passer rating and 3rd most giveaways. Acho. Big boy right there. Money stay here. Please help me out. How's he getting better? I can't even let you get off the hook with that.
The reason I can say he's getting better and say that confidently is because he did duel with Justin Herbert. He didn't out-duel Justin Herbert, but if you watch that game, you can confidently say, oh, he dueled with Justin Herbert.
I was at the game. What do you mean, handing off?
No, I mean, dude, 300 yards, 2 tugs, picks, strong performance.
Yes, but this is what is so lost in Justin Herbert's and what the Chargers did. They went against a team that had 400-plus yards and 0 turnovers. And those teams that had won like 463 games and not lost 1. And they lost 1. You know why they lost 1? 1, because of the opposing quarterback, L.A. Chargers, Justin Herbert. But 2, Baker just ain't it. No one has ever lost with that dynamic, but we just saw it with Baker Mayfield.
No, I think what's interesting is, and I'm glad you brought up the point. We talked about the quarterbacks that he has to compete with. You brought up Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Justin Herbert. So there's 4. We haven't talked about Joe Burrow, who's coming on like gangbusters.
I know.
We haven't talked about the wild card that is Deshaun Watson, who's lingering out there, who, when he does return, if he's able to get past his stuff off the field, he goes up in there. And so if you're the Cleveland Browns, you have to look at your quarterback and say, look, man, ultimately in the playoffs, it comes down to quarterbacks versus quarterbacks. Do we have a guy who can actually get it done? And so if I'm Kevin Stefanski and I'm sitting here trying to figure out, man, I'm going to go to the gunfight and what do I have in my holster? Do I have a gun or do I have a butter knife? It's looking more like we're trying to break up this bread as opposed to win the duel. And so I think if we're doing that, we now have to make decisions based on that. Now, it doesn't mean that they can't get to the Super Bowl.
Of course.
Because we saw the Rams get to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff.
Yes, sir.
But when it comes time to write the check, how many zeros are we willing to put on there when it comes to that?
The other thing is the Browns can win with Baker. They can get to a Super Bowl with Baker. They can win a Super Bowl with Baker. All of these things are possible. The problem is everybody else is going to have to elevate their game as opposed to one person just elevating his game. Chargers pass defense was suspect too. Chargers run defense was suspect too. Chargers total defense was suspect too.
All facts.
But we didn't talk about that.
No.
Because they won the game. Because Justin Herbert, it's easier to fix one player than it is to fix a position group. So I'm not going to undermine what the Browns can do. In theory, anybody can do anything. But I agree with you on this, Bucky Brooks, for now. And Sel, for now, I agree with you that Baker is holding the Browns back at the point in which everybody and their mama getting better.
But God, I got to frame this properly. Even peak Baker is not enough. Like, even this whole, like, since last year, now Baker, it's not enough. Dog, look at this. 1-3 in games where he throws for over 300 yards. 8-3 when he throws for under 225. If I write that on the board and I'm like, do you pay that player? Is that player going to get us over the hump? You're like, nah. We're winning in spite of him because when he's at his best, we're at our worst. There's my last thing. We're going to break on this one. Baker's ranked passer rating, Jameis Winston got him. Baker's completion percentage, Mac Jones is better. Baker's passing yards per game, old-ass Big Ben got him. Baker Mayfield and passing touchdowns, Davis Mills has more.